everybody. I'm Sherry Bower-Gagne, and I'm the Client Services Coordinator out in the Lloydminster area. I'm going to talk to you today about brain boosters. But first of all, I want to thank my daughter for taking the video for this and keeping me laughing. And yeah, this was fun-ish. So hopefully you'll get some good information out of this, and it'll help you along a little bit, and maybe you'll have a little bit of fun too. So anyway, I want to first start out talking about water and how important it is. Our body is about 66% made up of water, so it's really important to keep our bodies hydrated. It's also very important for our brain because our brain is about 90% water, and if we get dehydrated, we can really have some difficulties. Not only does it cause difficulties for our body, it causes difficulty for our brain, and it really kind of gets to the point where it might be difficult to focus, and you end up with that kind of fuzziness. And for some people, you can become pretty irritable. So it's really important to keep that water going into the body and keep it hydrated. So kind of make a practice of sipping water all day. Like, I know there's a lot of people that drink coffee and tea and things like that, but make sure that you're drinking enough water. Okay. So next I'm going to talk to you about relaxation and kind of waking up our brains and kind of, I don't know, just kind of mellowing out a little bit. The world is pretty stressful, so let's talk a little bit about kind of getting everybody kind of de-escalated a little bit. So first of all, I want you to reach up and start rolling your ears a little bit. What happens is this is near the occipital lobe, and this can help you relax a little bit. So kind of rub them, get the circulation going in there, kind of relax. So do that a little bit. It shouldn't hurt, but mine are kind of tender because we've done this video a few times. But it's great. I think I'm alert now. Next, I want you guys to try the energy yawn. So what you're going to do is you're going to open your mouth and you're going to pretend to yawn, kind of make some of those yawning noises along with it. We're going to do it together, so you shouldn't sound too silly. If I can do it, you can do it. So let's open those mouths and kind of yawn, make that noise. Ah. And give a little bit of massage in there. Watch for some of those kind of tender spots in there. Give them a little bit of massage. Now this is going to help you relax a little bit and get some of the blood flowing in there. Now it shouldn't hurt. If you're pushing too hard and it hurts, back it off a little bit. And opening that mouth and doing a little yawn. Ah. And for those of you who have been missing your voice and singing programs, this is good for you too. So practice it a little bit and do your little sing in there. Give a little bit of a massage. Great. Okay. All right. So I've got my sheets in front of me. This is going to help me keep track of where I'm at, and I don't want to get distracted and off topic a little bit. For those of you who know me, I kind of get off talking about stories sometimes, so this really helps me stay on task. So next, we're gonna get those arms out, and this is called double doodles, and this is going to be kind of like a mirror image of each. So we're going to use both our hands and simultaneous motions drawing mirror images or shapes. So you're going to notice your body is going to kind of start to relax, and you'll probably become a little bit more alert because it takes a little bit of a focus. So you might even try doing some of the alphabet stuff. Some of you guys have probably been doing these in programs. This helps with your handwriting. So we got some D and C. Pretend you're a musician, one of those conductors. Anything you want. Maybe you might want to switch it up a little bit and do a circle with this one, and well, maybe you got better coordination than me. Going back to double doodles. The next I want to talk to you about is those ears. So if you're not hearing right, if you think that you're missing some conversations, that can have something to do with focus. Maybe that's got something to do with hearing loss. So I want you guys to remember to get those ears checked and get them tested for hearing, because what happens is sometimes the interference, sometimes it gets too much for us, and all of a sudden your brain kind of checks out. It's not getting what's going on around it, so your brain kind of like, nah, I'm not even going to pay attention because I don't understand what's going on anyway. Can't hear it properly. So get those ears checked. Make sure that your hearing's working okay. All right. So next, let's talk about sleep. They say that adults should get between 7 to 9 hours sleep. Probably not many of us get that. My daughter, she has 2 young kids. I don't think she ever gets 7 hours sleep. It's disrupted sleep, right? And I know for a lot of you, whether it's your partner maybe snoring, or maybe it's medication, maybe it's tremors, maybe night sweats, perhaps, you're not getting that good night's sleep. So try and do that relaxation before you go to bed. Just kind of mellow out. Try not to be on your phone, etc., and those types of things on your computer or whatever before you go to bed. Kind of get that hour beforehand. Maybe read a book, quiet down, listen to some music or something. But there's ways that you can kind of relax the body and kind of de-stress the brain before you go to sleep. But that's another webinar for us to check into. So some people have naps during the day. Hey, if you have naps during the day, good on you. Don't worry about that, okay? Because we know that a lot of people struggle with daytime fatigue. So if you feel like a nap, reward yourself with a nap. Don't argue with your body about it, because it's important. If your body tells you it needs a rest, it needs a rest. So next, I want to talk to you about the prefrontal cortex. Now, we want to keep that puppy working. The prefrontal cortex is part of the frontal lobe, and the brain, this part of the brain is where we do our planning and our decision making. So we really like to kind of keep that sharp if we can. So different ways that you can do that is making predictions. Try predicting about something that might happen during your day. So maybe you might predict what's for supper, maybe, and guess, see if it's right. Some people, they have Chicken Friday, Taco Tuesday. But anyway, try and do those predictions. See if you're right. You never know. Try predicting. Maybe somebody comes to your house on a certain day. Maybe kind of predict about what time that they might show up. Or if you see your neighbor across the street and he's got that hayfield kind of a lawn, kind of predict, oh, I think he's going to mow Wednesday, or something like that. Check out some suspenseful movies or books. So if you're into reading books, that's awesome. It's also very relaxing. So check out something that might be a little bit of suspense. So kind of see if you can predict how the story's going to go, or what the ending might look like, or maybe the whodunit. You never know. And we have a lot of fun doing that. So maybe sports. Maybe you can predict which team's going to win, or if you like watching rodeo, maybe who's going to win that round. If it's going to be the livestock or if it's going to be the cowboy. Never know. All right, I'm just going to move on, switch another page here. So next, let's talk about exercising your body. We already know that it's really important for people who have been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, but for anybody, that it's really important to get that exercise in. So try doing a 30-minute walk or some kind of movement. It's really, really important to keep your body going, but it's also very, very important for your brain. It encourages your brain to release the endorphins, which is a neurochemical that really helps your brain and helps with stress and pain. You can check out the Parkinson Association YouTube page. There's all kinds of webinars and recordings on there of different exercise programs and singing programs that have gone on. So definitely access those, or check out our Parkinson Association website. There's different things on there that you can check out that are really helpful for you. And you can also talk to your client services coordinators. There's all kinds of things that they can help you out with. Again, engaging your brain. It's not just physical exercise for your body, but it's also exercise for your brain, which is so good for you. One of the little tricks that I had seen a while ago that was really great, and everybody's got pretty much everybody's got a deck of cards laying around their house. They call it card aerobics. So what you do is you take your deck of cards and you get a clock with the second hand, or if you've got a timer, most of us have phones now that have timers on them. So what you do is you take your deck of cards, and this helps prefrontal cortex. It helps us strengthen it and helps you with your on-task skills and eye-hand coordination, all of it. It's awesome for your body, or for your brain. So what you do is, there's different ways you can do it. Is you can have them out on the table, and you can do them in suits. So you're going to sort them, and then you're going to see how fast you have gone through that whole deck, sorting them into suits. So record that time and see if you can do it faster the next time. And another one is, sorting them with aces and face cards. Maybe even switching it up and doing odds and evens. Lots of things that you can do. It's fun having a game of cards with somebody. If you've got somebody who lives with you, or you've got a cohort family or friends that you spend time with, try that out. Have a game of cards. We've got Zoom, and we've got Facebook, we've got Messenger, and all of that type of thing right now. If you can't get together with friends, there's definitely things that you can do online with your friends through, different types of video and things like that. And there's games that you can play on the computer as well that really helps you with your attention and keeping your brain alert. Stay social. This is so important. This is so important for people, for their mental health. It's so important for memory. It's isolation is just really, really bad for humans. We are human. We are very social creatures. So it's really, really important for us to stay engaged. So one of the ways that you can do that is just pick up the phone. I'm sure that everybody's still got them. Get your friend on the phone, have a good conversation. We don't want to be socially isolated. It's not good for us. It's not good for our brain. It's not good for our bodies. It's not good for our mental health. So definitely stay social. It helps with memory, and it definitely helps with mood. Next, laughter. Now, if any of you guys know me, you know that I like to laugh. And laughter is so good for you. It releases endorphins into your system, and it's a really fun way to kill time. It's good for your brain. It helps improve your mood. It decreases pain. It lowers your blood pressure, and it really helps with memory. And I don't know of anybody that doesn't like to laugh. Maybe I'd like to talk to that person if that's the case. Maybe you can tell me something I don't know. But there's lots of good movies and stuff out there too, so find something to make you laugh. There's lots of joke books. If you've got a computer, hey, look at cat videos. Who doesn't like to watch cats? There's all kinds of them. Check it out. Go on YouTube, just Google funny videos. Another thing that's really good for us is music. So music has shown that it has a powerful effect on the brain, including pain reduction, stress relief, and memory. It builds neurons, and it keeps you moving. So even with people, with Alzheimer's, etc., what happens is if they're playing music And there's a song that brings back memories, good memories for them. It really changes their day, and it's so good for so many of us. If it's got a good beat, get moving. Hey, that's part of the moving for your brain. It's good for your body. It's good for everything. Now, there's one here called Aerobics. So one of the ways that you can do some neurobics is to simplify. It distresses it, or distresses our brain. So one of the ways that's the best way to distress your brain is start a routine. So come in and put your keys in the same place all the time. Or if you're taking medication, set a timer on your phone. There's nothing more stressful than trying to find your keys and you can't figure out where you put them. If you leave them in the same place all the time, you don't have to depend on your memory so much. It decreases stress, and then it really helps with mood, and it really kind of takes the stress out of the day for you. So lists are good. A lot of us have phones now. We can keep lists on our phone or post-its on your fridge. Some people put post-its on their mirrors in the bathroom, or tie bags to their purse so that they don't forget them. That's me. So all those types of things are good for your memory, and helps decrease that stress. And so stress and anxiety is not good for memory, and it definitely won't boost your brain. Thinking outside the box. Try thinking of other ways of solving a problem. So think about it creatively. So try doing something different. Think of different uses for a pencil. Like, what other things can you use for a pencil? Some people wrap their hair up and stick it in there and use it as a hair holder. There's all kinds of things. So think of different things that you can use just everyday items for. Novelty grows the best brain. So when you're thinking of different ways of using things, it creates plasticity, and so that's where puzzles are really great, and that's where the prediction comes too. So using puzzles and predicting and processing and problem solving, how you can put that puzzle together, and different ways of doing about it. Some people do the border first, some people do it by color. So there's all kinds of fun ways in it. It really helps grow the brain and keeps our brain engaged, keeps it active, and keeps those neurons growing and our brain alert. Art's another great way. Some people don't think that they're that creative, but you never know unless you try, right? So get that piece of paper out, get some colors going, doodle what you're thinking right then. Another way, if you're not so creative that you like to draw and paint, try coloring. There's a lot of adult coloring books out there. I was talking to my daughter this evening because I didn't bring mine with, so I was asking her if she had hers. So she didn't think it was appropriate to show you, but there's a lot of adult coloring books out there that have some good inspirational thoughts and good messages in them. The sky's the limit for them. You can look for them online, order them through there. Bookstores have them. I know a lot of like Michael's and places like that have them. Most drugstores even have them. So try that out. It's a lot of fun, and it really gets the creativity going. Get out into nature. Nature creates healing, and it brings harmony to the brain. So when we calm the brain has a time to kind of relax, and then that really boosts our brain speed and really kind of clears it up for us. Thinking positive. Now, a lot of people hear me talk about gratitudes. It's not about being grateful. Well, it's very important to be grateful to people for what they give and how they treat you, etc. But when I talk about gratitude, I'm talking about everyday things. When you go out into your yard, notice, be mindful of where you're at. Just stop and listen. Listen to the sounds that you hear, the colors that you see, how things feel, how things smell, your senses. I know right now I go out into my backyard and I have sweet peas. And there's just something about the smell of sweet peas that makes me feel grateful. It triggers memories of when I was a child and spending time with my grandfather. And those types of things bring us peace. They bring us awareness. They bring gratitude. They are things that bring us joy. Those types of things are really good for our brain, because what happens is it relaxes us, takes some of that stress out, and then it really boosts our brain because it just clears it and opens it up for other things. Finding joy in your everyday. My granddaughter was here a little while ago, and she was going to come and spend some time with me towards the end of this presentation, but she powered out on us, which is probably a good thing because she was getting pretty tired. But yeah, just find joy in everyday things, and when we do that, it opens our mind and really gives us the potential to boost that memory and boost that energy and decrease that anxiety and decrease that stress, because right now we're dealing with a lot of it. And if there's anything that we can do to find some joy in our day and just bring some happiness and distraction, that's a good thing. So I'm going to end this with letting you know that I'm thinking of you all, and if you're needing anything from any of the client services coordinators or any of the staff with the Parkinson Association, please give us a call, because we're here to help and we're here to listen, and we'll do anything that we can to help you out. So give us a call, and enjoy the rest of your day, and go get some cards, drink some water, phone a friend, watch a movie. Have a nap. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for listening.